Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can remove or dramatically reduce the flickering that comes through in your drone footage. So it could be that you've actually filmed the top of your propeller blades, or you're actually getting some reflection from the sun through the blades onto your lens of your camera so that you're getting some flickering through there as well. We've got an awesome plugin that we've found. It's called Flickering from a company called Digital Anarchy, and in this video, we're going to show you how it works. The Flickering plugin is actually supported by most of the top video editing programs around. You can use it on Avid, you can use it on Adobe Premiere, Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe After Effects, so they've really covered all the bases with the plugin. The plugin does sell for $149 US, but at that price point, I really think it's of extremely awesome value because it's going to allow you to repair or dramatically improve any footage that you thought was unusable. Flickering doesn't only work with drone footage, it actually is really good at repairing almost any flickering in any video file. It could be that you've used incorrect lights, or your lights aren't matched with your shutter speed and with your frame rates of your videos that you're recording. So you may have horizontal bands going through your videos. It could be that you're using a time lapse. You're getting a flicker from having your time lapse set to auto exposure. So the exposure is constantly changing, which is giving you a flicker effect. Flickering is an awesome plugin to remove any flickers from your videos. We're going to jump across now into Final Cut, where we're going to run through an example of repairing some drone footage. All right, we're over in Final Cut, and here is our drone footage. It's of Mooloolaba Beach on the Sunshine Coast in Australia. So what I've done is just added 2 cuts to our video footage here, just to show you a sample section that actually has quite a lot of flicker from the propeller up in the top right corner. So I'll play it through. You can see that there's quite a bit of blade there in your shot, and it's flickering pretty badly. And for this section, it's actually flickering quite a lot. So I've just cut this little section out because this is where we're going to apply our effect, just to show you the results that we can get on this section. So we come over to Effects and we go down to Digital Anarchy. We click on Flickering and we drop it onto our clip. From there, there's a heap of presets that you can look at. The default here is time lapse. And you've got things like slow motion, halo removal, super slow motion, horizontal rolling bands, and there's a few presets for those, computer monitors and TV, old archival footage, stage lights, slow motion, and another rolling bands preset too. So really, in my experience, I haven't needed to use anything but these presets. Sometimes I'll find that the time-lapse one will actually work really well on your drone footage as well. So really, from here, it's a matter of clicking and trialing some of the presets to see the results that you get without needing to tweak any of the advanced settings. As a starting point for drone footage, I'd recommend starting with either time-lapse, and if that doesn't give you some great results straight out, then I'd jump across to rolling horizontal bands, LED lights. So if we play that back now, you'll see that a lot of the flicker is actually gone. There's still a little bit noticeable up there. I'll play it again. So the majority is gone just with the Flickering plugin, just set with the rolling horizontal bands LED lights preset. We can compare that here to where our clip changes back to the original with no plugin. Huge difference. Now really, if you want to refine the effect further, then you can play around with the advanced settings here for sensitivity, time radius, all channels, threshold, detect motion. So there's a few settings there that you can play around with to really tweak your results. But as I said, in my experience, I normally just stick with the presets. So that's pretty good, but in order to remove this last little bit of flicker up here, it's just a little bit there, you can actually add a second Flickering plugin on your footage so that it's going to process your already processed footage. So if we come down here and we copy our clip with Command C, we then go Edit, Paste Attributes, and tick Flickering and click Paste. So here's the finished product with 2 Flickering plugins on. Let's play it again now. You can see that the flicker is almost gone from that top corner. And here's the original with the crazy flicker going on. And the repaired version again. So you can see that it's barely noticeable, especially compared to how it was to start with, which is this. Now really, I suppose you could add the flicker effect plugin a third time or a fourth time, but just be aware that even adding it on a second time increased the render times massively. And I'm sure on some levels, by applying it multiple times, you will get a greater quality loss in your video. But really, for what we've shown here and adding the effect twice, there's really next to no quality loss or next to no detail loss in our video. So what I recommend is that you download the plugin and give it a go. The demo version will show you what your results would be without needing to purchase straight away. But you won't be able to export your files without there being a watermark, or it's actually a grid that appears on your footage until you pay for a license. If you found this video helpful, we'd really appreciate a share, a comment, or a thumbs up. It really makes a huge difference. Make sure you head over to primalvideo.com/subscribe to subscribe to our weekly video updates. I'll see you next time.